there was a term called Operation Mockingbird, which is ostensibly the plan of the CIA to pull strings, to manipulate things, to see to it that essentially the news media is simply reflecting what the CIA wishes the news media to reflect, as far as their views, as far as the sort of stories that they deem to be appropriate or worthwhile, uh, or that help to further the CIA's overall agenda. And again, the term Operation Mockingbird came into effect at some point. The Mockingbird Media, as it's sometimes called. And what does a mockingbird do? Right, it makes the same sounds as other birds. So, the Mockingbird Media is uh, the state in which basically all of these news sources that may have minor differences here and there, but it's what they all agree on, and it's the kind of things that get their focus, that are what again the CIA wishes them to reflect and say and embody. And a mockingbird, of course, makes the same sounds as other birds, right? So you got all these birds out there, who are mockingbirds, singing the same bird song as all the other birds. So it's poetic in a way. That name, supposedly, I can't remember who, but one of the CIA directors had this quote attributed to him. And the quote, I'm only going to be able to paraphrase, but it's something like, "Once we have everybody in the country believing lies, then we'll know we've done our job." I mean, that's pretty wow. I mean, you want to talk about cynical. You want to talk about totally putting your cards on the table as to how Machiavellian you are. That would seem to be an exposure of that type of mindset. Doesn't surprise me at all, but it does surprise some people, I guess. Just like it's these revelations about USAID that have come out over the last few days, have surprised many. Have shocked many. The exposure, thanks to the work of Doge, supposedly this is what has emerged. The exposure of various line items that USAID money, USAID being this program that was put into effect, something like 65 years ago, beginning of the Kennedy term. But the idea was that it's a way to peddle what's called soft money. The U.S. helps out these other countries in these various ways, and through helping out, they get their foot in the door, and they get to steer these countries again in the direction that the CIA wants them to be steered in. And the revelation of some of these programs that USAID, it seems, has been just a CIA front for a while. I don't even think that would even be denied. I think that's pretty much common knowledge. And some of the programs that they have been supporting with taxpayer money, stuff like creating a transgender comic book for the population of Peru, or giving money to illegal immigrants, just all these kinds of things, all these causes that that either relate to the promotion of degeneracy abroad, or to undermining sovereignty at home. And that seems to be the thing that they're really pushing right now. These are, invade the world, invite the world. That's the whole globalist scheme. And yeah, so I suppose, I don't know this to be a fact for sure, but it must be the case that these programs were just kept under the radar. And so people saw, a government is supposed to be transparent. It's supposed we're supposed to, when they come with a budget, not that many people pay attention to the budget, but it's supposed to be there for the public. Whenever any governmental body, whether it's federal or state or municipal, comes up with a budget, it's supposed to be out there, common knowledge, and anybody's supposed to have access to it. But groups like USAID and other groups affiliated with the intelligence community, they have little secret projects. They have black projects, black money that goes to, meaning that I suppose that these kinds of stories of where exactly this money is going to don't emerge unless you do an audit, like the Doge people are doing right now. And now it has emerged that they've this is what they're up to. These are the kinds of things that they're funding, which does not surprise me, but some people are very shocked and appalled, and I get that reaction, but I've been cynical about this kind of thing for a long time. So it's not much of a surprise to me, but it's good work that it got exposed. That's not to necessarily sing Elon's praises in every way, or necessarily think that he's a fit and worthy leader himself. But one can say, okay, this group group X, for whatever host of reasons, has done this useful service, exposing the kind of things that the secret government, the deep state, if you will, is pouring money towards, and whatever the motivation behind that, whether it's just the motivation, whether it's motivated by a good-hearted idea, notion of rooting out corruption, or whether it's from more cynical motives of taking out this power base so that you can establish a new power base. It's still a useful thing to do, and I still commend them for having done it. Commend Elon and company for having done it. So another thing that I talked about, the Mockingbird Media, this USAID money was going also to tons of, it's supposed to be money, I can't remember what the acronym stands for, US something abroad, something. It's supposed to be for money for services abroad, in other countries. But that money was also going to news outlets and news organizations like Politico, like the New York Times, and for a long time, it's been evident that there's a relationship, a working relationship, and a fairly friendly working relationship between the CIA and major media. You have people like Gloria Steinem was a CIA agent. Anderson Cooper interned for the CIA, and these are not exceptional cases. So the idea that there would be money going towards these particular organizations, and the list goes on and on. I think Disney got some of that largesse, and I don't know. I don't have the whole. I don't have a full list in front of me, but it seems that part of the scandal is that these are news organizations that are supposed to be that that present themselves as being unbiased, present themselves as just trying to present the truth of things to their readership or their viewership. But if you're being secretly funded by a government organization that is closely affiliated with the CIA, then that very much comes into question. So this whole USAID scandal has laid bare the Mockingbird Media, and that's something good. I think that is a good thing to come from it. It's not whether you necessarily like Trump or like Elon Musk. I don't know how you would say they're exposing the way this money is being spent, and damn it, they should have kept that secret because people shouldn't know about that. Like, is that really where your mindset is? I think we have a right to know everything that they're doing, and this is a good start, but there's a long way to go.